Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm going to just breeze through this review so that I can move on to the next since I have so many to do. The episode we're reviewing today will be episode number 11, season number 1, and let's get into it. Okay, so we start the scene with Ashley and Bar. Bar says that his mother called and she wants him to come and be a part of the daddy-daughter dance with his sister Yasmin, and he's sitting here talking to Ashley. Ashley's like, okay, and so they agree to go. In the next scene, literally, I thought they were going to make us wait another week to see them go to the trip, but no, they're actually going, and they're in the airport. They're there. They're at the Airbnb. Shin, her name is Shin. So Shin comes over with Yazzie. They greet them and all, and now they give them hugs and stuff and say hi. Thankfully. I guess it's because of the cancer. Her and Ashley are getting along better because before the cancer diagnosis, they hated each other. Well, anyway, they're sitting here now at the table. They're talking, and Bar asks Yazzie about school. Like, Yazzie, you are very tall for a freaking 12-year-old. If that's how old you are, I think she said she was 12. I was like 4'2" when I was 12. She's like, oh, there's kids in my class taller than me. She said, there's kids in my class that are 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall girls at 12? Okay, girl. So they get into the conversation about the daddy-daughter dance. And Ashley's talking to Yazzie. And honestly, Yazzie couldn't care less. Why is she even going? Anyway, the next scene is Brianna. And she's asking Bobby to come, I guess, fly to her house. She has a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed since, she just moved into the new apartment. He says, sure. So the next scene, Bobby's getting picked up at the airport from Brianna, and now they go to the house. Brianna says that she's nervous to have a man at her apartment, but she's excited and all. This is the first guy that's come to her place. And she says that since she doesn't want the girls to meet Bobby right away, the girls are staying with Roxanne, who I am pretty sure has zero problem keeping her. Those are her girls. You know what I'm saying? So Bobby comes and he's checking out the apartment. He's saying how nice it is. And Brianna's like, I have some things planned for us. Okay, I have some card games or whatever the hell she said. Anyway, the next scene is Cheyenne and Zach. And Zach had just a problem with a DUI situation when he was younger. And he just didn't go to court, didn't do anything, okay? So now he's trying to make things right before the wedding. Cheyenne sitting here and was like basically trying to get him to explain what the hell happened. And Zach was like, well, I was going through depression. I was going through some stuff back then, and I just ended up not going. But I'm trying to make it better. But, I talked to the lawyer, and the lawyer says I could get 120 days in jail. And unfortunately, that could affect the weather. I almost said the weather, child. Ignore me. That could affect the wedding. And Cheyenne is like, well, since my dad is paying for this, you're going to have to talk to him about this and let him know what's going on. And I'm thinking they're going to make us wait until like later on in the episode. But no. The next scene is literally them sitting down with Cheyenne's pops and letting him know, look, this thing could affect the situation as far as the wedding. And one thing I noticed about this conversation, this is not Zach's first arrest. Because the way Dad was talking was like trying to single out which offense it was. You know what, Zach? How much trouble have you been getting into? I haven't started doing my Teen Mom talks yet, guys, as far as, Teen Mom news outside of the show. But I will start. Maybe I'll start this weekend. But the way the dad was talking, he was like, for which assault? For which one? And it's just like, Zach, how many times have you been arrested? Girl, anyway. So yeah, that was a conversation there, and it basically ended floating in the air, because it's going to be floating in the air until we know what the hell's going on with Zach and this time. His hopes, what Zach says, is to have house arrest. We'll see what ends up happening. All right, so the next scene is Leah's scene, and we're here with Corey, and Corey's asking the girls how they feel about Jalen, and they said they like Jalen, and they said and then he gives his opinion and says that he likes him too. So the next scene is Leah and Jalen, and they're talking about this abortion ban thing, and that's really all they were talking about. So the next scene, we have Macy, and Macy says that she's been thinking about the situation with Cheyenne way back when they had that little Florida get together at the rodeo, and her friend is sitting here with her. He's telling her, a lot of things happen and he's a non-white person, okay? I don't know what race he is, but he's not white. He says, a lot of things go over your head. Y'all don't even realize it. Like, you don't realize it's happening. This is Bar, and they're here with Yazzie, who couldn't care less. Let me tell y'all something. I don't mind. I really can't stand the wedding planning episodes where they're going and they're trying on dresses. But when you're talking about prom or you're talking about a daddy-daughter dance, I love seeing the dresses that the younger ladies pick out and get to try on. By her attitude being so dry and so like I couldn't care less about this, it made me not want to watch. Girl, if you don't care, I don't either. She picks out a dress or whatever. Shin and Bar and Ashley, they go with her to pick out this dress or whatever. She couldn't care less. I'm sure she could have like chosen a plastic bag or something to wear, and she wouldn't have cared. So the next scene, we're here at Brianna. Brianna is sitting here with Bobby, telling Bobby all the things that she needs built. First of all, y'all make more than enough money, and I don't even have money like that. But when I move into an apartment, I'm paying someone to fix this. I'm paying somebody to fix that. I'm just like, Bobby's sitting here being used for manual labor. I ain't gonna say what you using them as. I ain't even gonna use the S word, child. I ain't gonna do that. So now in the next scene, Bobby and Brianna, they go plant shopping. Brianna asks Bobby, what is the time frame for them to move to another state? Bobby's response, you may ask. His response was, oh, way to go, Bobby. I guess you never really thought about that. But anyway, Brianna then adds on to the question saying, or maybe move in with each other. What is the time frame on that? Bobby says the time frame will be dependent on the family's meeting, the kids meeting, etc. Brianna says that she doesn't want to mix in family when they're just, they're still trying to figure each other out. Bobby says, yeah, we have to get to know each other better. And he likes the fact that she's gaining her independence. So now we're having this conversation with the girls. This is Leah. She's having a conversation about Roe versus Wade. So now we're here with Cheyenne and she's with her friend. Okay. And I'm sorry, y'all know I'm not good with names. So I'm just letting y'all know that in advance if you're new to my channel. Cheyenne's talking to her friend about the fact that Zach is probably going to have to do time. And she's saying to her, I really don't know how I'm going to feel if this man makes me miss my wedding. I don't know if it's going to make me hate Zach or whatever the hell. But girl, when you got with him, you knew that he had a criminal background. And it's not just a DUI. Obviously, he's had some other things in the back. I mean, eventually you had to know all this stuff was going to eventually come to fruition as far as him getting jail time or whatever. Oh, God. Guys, I know you're going to love me for this because I'm not going into every little disgusting question that Brianna asked Bobby, okay? Anyway, the next scene is Brianna, and they're in the bed, and they're doing this little card game confessional, and she's asking him sex questions, and girl, I couldn't care less about the answers. I'm sorry. So then they get into this conversation about relationships and stuff, right? And Brianna's like, she couldn't see herself marrying anybody that she never lived with, and if I don't know without a shadow of a doubt, then it's a no. So the next scene is Macy's scene, and they're doing a life lesson. Her and Taylor with the guy, that friend that she was with I guess his kids or whatever. They're around the table drawing pictures of brown things. Well, brown things like brown hearts and brown stuff. They're basically teaching the children how to have racial sensitivity, I guess is what I want to say. And this is a great lesson. So the next scene is Bar, and they're getting ready. Him and his sister are getting ready for the daddy-daughter dance, and she looks absolutely adorable, okay? She looks so pretty. Now we're at the final scene, and the final scene is with Cheyenne. She says she really has to sit down and talk with Zach about this situation because, honestly, it's stressing her out. Just her thinking about it is stressing her out. And honestly, they did not go over anything new in this conversation. He just went back over the fact that he wasn't in his right mind or whatever, and that's why he ran or whatever. And he's still hoping for the best, blah, 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 yakety, smackety. And that is the end of this episode. Guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for watching my channel. And thank you for getting me through these reviews because having to do a cluster bunch of reviews at one time is very difficult. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye. He was saying that, he doesn't feel like a couple needs to necessarily live together in order to get married. So then we get to this crazy question, and she asked Bobby, do you see yourself marrying me? And he said, I wouldn't be coming here if I didn't. And Brianna was like, well, Bobby switched it on her and was like, do you see yourself marrying me? And you know, Brianna's answer was, I don't know. Child, anyway. If the answer is I don't know, guys, then it's a no.